Hey, this is Angie.
And I'm Ryan.
And we are Happy Healthy Vegan. So we've been fielding some messages from you guys out there asking us to do a video on Jordan Younger of the Balanced Blond blog. She's back in the news once again with the scintillating headline, My vegan diet almost killed me. Woo! So I actually did report on her way back in May when she made another media blitz, but she's back. She's on a ton of newspapers and magazines and even TV.
Even writing a book to share her new journey, one bite at a time.
So she's promoting a book. That's what this is all about.
Yeah, she sends word out to the press, I have this book, and it's about how a vegan diet nearly killed me. Press runs with it. They love to hear stuff like that.
They absolutely love stuff like that.
Nothing that's non-vegan, nothing that's even not a vegetable or a fruit.
I lived my life based off of what I could and could not eat. I started living in a bubble of restriction, entirely vegan, entirely plant-based, entirely gluten-free.
So where to start? I mean,
she's eating a plant-based and vegan diet.
There you go.
It's the same thing, and she's calling that restrictive. Well, first we gotta say that's a bunch of BS because our whole show, if it's about anything, it's about how unrestricting a whole food plant-based diet is.
Exactly. There's just like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of plants to choose from. There's so many different types of dishes that you can have. There's really a pretty limited array of animal products that people generally eat.
Yeah.
I don't personally find it restrictive at all, but we know the media always thinks it's incredibly restrictive, so they love it. But that's the thing. When you really go into the Jordan Younger story, there's what they're saying right now in this particular run of interviews, but when you go back into the archives, you see what the real story with Jordan Younger is, and it really doesn't have anything to do with her quote-unquote vegan lifestyle nearly killing her. It was her vegan diet, and the operative word here is diet because she didn't come at veganism from an ethical standpoint, but from a diet standpoint, trying to lose weight.
And her diet actually was restrictive, but had nothing to do with her veganism. Let's see how really limiting and restrictive her diet was.
I would kind of embark on these 10 to 30 day juice cleanses where I was only drinking vegetable juice.
Okay, 30-day juice cleanses. I know people that eat tons of meat and dairy that will go on a 30-day juice cleanse or whatever, 10-day juice cleanse, 3-day juice cleanse. That doesn't make them a vegan. That's not a vegan diet. That is a juice cleanse. They're two completely different things. Yeah, okay, your juice is made out of plants, therefore you're having a plant-based diet, but that's not a vegan lifestyle by any stretch of the imagination. That's so frustrating.
Yeah, what she really did is took the juice cleanse concept and extended it for the entirety of her time as a vegan. If you saw there, it was 800 calories a day. You're gonna have a horrible time. Bad things are gonna happen.
And no solid foods for 30 days. You know, we are high carb, low fat. That is just calorie restriction to the extreme.
But she says her vegan diet almost killed her.
My hair was thinning and I had lost my period. It was just this whole spiral of horrible, horrible things.
None of those things have a darn thing to do with a vegan diet. All those symptoms she's describing there have everything to do with being undernourished, not getting enough calories for a long time.
Exactly. And that's actually what the conversation was back in May when Jordan Younger was originally brought to my attention as part of a week-long series on eating disorders.
Orthorexia.
Yeah, I did an episode on orthorexia, and that is really what Jordan Younger's describing as a battle with orthorexia, not a problem with the vegan lifestyle.
Yeah, a vegan lifestyle does not mean that you have to have 800 calories of juice for the rest of your life. Far, far from it. I mean, I probably get 3,500, 4,000 calories from solid food and smoothies.
Your breakfast is probably more than 800 calories.
My breakfast is typically 1,300 calories. So I'm eating in one meal 1.5 times of what she's eating an entire day. So her problems, how a vegan diet killed her. No, her stupid choices are what that didn't kill her, but gave her these symptoms that, like, say, Denise Minger
Exactly
was
the same
complaining
thing.
about when she was a vegan. It sounds like,
Exactly
the
the
same
same
kind of thing. She was starving herself too, just like Jordan. It has nothing to do with vegan. That's what pisses us off, is people that try it, what they think's a vegan diet, and then they fail and they blame it on the vegan diet. No, blame it on having 800 stinking calories a day.
Absolutely.
I was malnourished, yeah. I was very much restricting myself through the shield of veganism.
Okay, so when she was hitting the media about eating disorders, she was willing to admit that she was calorie restricting and that was the issue, not the vegan diet. But now that she's putting out a book that wants to drag down the vegan diet, then all of a sudden she kind of just doesn't really talk about the orthorexia as much, or the fact that she's starving.
It's the vegan diet that killed me.
It's so frustrating. And yes, you brought up Denise Minger. That was the exact same thing that she did. Like, it was because I went vegan that my hair is falling out and I lost my period and all that. No. Veganism does not lead to serious health issues like losing your period. Not eating enough food does.
What we see is that as the amount of food eaten raw increases up to 100%, 50% of women by that point are amenorrheic. Their menstrual cycles have closed down altogether. This appears to be because they are short of energy.
So there you go. It looks like, just like Denise Minger, the problem wasn't that she was, eating plant-based vegan, even gluten-free vegan. The problem is that she's trying to get into this raw foods diet with a heavy juicing component without having enough facts to avoid a serious health issue. And the thing is, I was actually looking at her blog, and she still has her posts from 2014, and you can read when she first came across Dr. Fred Bishi talking at a juice bar about the benefits of extended juice fasts. And at that time, she'd only done like a 3-day cleanse and then was eating, fruits, nuts, and vegetables, on the reg. But she really believed that she could heal herself with extended juice fasting. And I seem to remember when I researched her earlier this year that she talked about doing back-to-back 30-day green juice cleanses, which, we would never recommend here.
Not by a long shot.
Especially with 800 calorie a day juice fasting. I mean, even there's the quote in this book where she's talking about how she's sitting cold and starving in her apartment, counting down the hours until she has her next little green juice. We would never do that. We eat when we're hungry and we stop when we're full. We get sufficient calories. I mean, we've been doing this for 5 years and we're not having any of these problems that she's talking about.
In addition to vegetables, she now eats more protein, including meat and fish.
Of course, the magic protein. She should go on the doctor, shouldn't she?
She already did.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Thank you. So as a balanced blonde now, so are you still struggling with this? Is it still something that every day?
It's still something I struggle with every day. I was hoping that it would be something I could just acknowledge the eating disorder and move forward.
Now see, there's some honesty. She said it herself. It was an eating disorder, not a vegan lifestyle that led to her almost dying.
So this is why we think she actually is a pretty bad person, because she's throwing the whole vegan movement under the bus just so she can get this sensationalistic headline, "Vegan diet almost killed me," just so that she can sell a few of her new books.
Because as we have learned, the major media loves to hate on vegans, loves to hate on the vegan diet, and people do not want to hear good things about the vegan diet. End of story.
Love hearing bad things about the vegan diet, and Jordan's all too eager to provide them with that.
So if your family starts saying, but what about Jordan Younger, who almost died on a vegan diet? Let them know Jordan Younger was not a textbook healthy vegan and that just suddenly was struck down. She was calorie restricting.
Yeah.
She was juice cleansing. It's a completely different thing than following a healthy, high-carb, low-fat, plant-based vegan diet.
Yeah, 800 calories a day, not gonna get it done.
done.
So post your questions and comments down below. What do you think of this whole Jordan Younger situation? Is she throwing us under the bus? I really think so. Is she a bad person? I really think so.
She might be a bad person.
I think she is.
Yeah, so like the video if you're going to do it. Share it with a friend. Stay subscribed for more healthy vegan information.
Healthy is the word.
From the two of us here at Happy Healthy Vegan. And until next time.
And unlike Jordan,
keep it carb, baby. Keep it carb.
I don't feel like I'm living this bubble of restriction.
Well, I mean, considering... Oh, that's really cute. Yeah. Don't do that. Do this. Oh, you're a baby. Look at the baby.